Now I can understand that if you guys didn't like this episode and why it's most probably is because in the last four episodes it's been dark and it's been all these action stuff that's been happening around. I can understand, but let's just take our time, and I think so. This is good because in a way it's building the world of Goblin Slayer, even though it's not showing us all the action, and for once it isn't showing goblins actually molesting women. I would say that, well, it is kind of good to see this kind of a slice of life kind of situation here, where kind of the showing us the world of Goblin Slayer a little bit, like how people live in here. Like this episode wasn't just Goblin Slayer all, like it actually showed a different adventure group and how they live their life and stuff. And I think so. I appreciate that from the series because uh like even though the main motto of the series is to slay goblins, it takes its time to kind of develop the whole environment of this series, and it kind of gives a little more in-depth analysis to this world of Goblin Slayer, which I really appreciate when an anime does that. Because world building is one of the most brilliant things that an anime can do, especially an anime like Goblin Slayer. Because, like, what much can you expect other than um, Goblin Slayer slaying Goblin from an anime like this? But no, it actually builds its world, like which I actually like for once. An anime is just not focused on its name. It's actually doing something that focuses on everything. So I'll tell that that's pretty cool in my eyes. Now, nothing irrelevant happened in this episode. Pretty much everything was irrelevant to me, other than the exams and stuff. So it's like, it's like pretty much episode one where Goblin Slayer was guiding the priestess. That's pretty much it. Kinda just like that. So I will just say nothing important happened in this episode. That's all. It's just world building, character building, and that's all. That's just completely of this episode. So there is not much to discuss, but there is one thing that's definitely here to discuss, and this is a character that I have heard a lot about, and I've heard a lot and lots and lots and lots of comments on her, and that's the Soul Maiden. Yeah, that's her name. Don't question. This series is weird when it comes to names. Goblin Slayer, Cowgirl. Yeah, that's the literal name of Goblin Slayer's childhood friend, Cowgirl. Counter Girl. There's a Ranger, Lancer, Witch. Like, come on, dude. Like Priestess. Like what? They're just names that are it's just straight up names. Like straight up names, nothing else. Just straight up names. Like, yeah, classes names. But yeah, I've been hearing a lot about Soul Maiden, and she kind of gets introduced at the end of this episode, which I'm pretty excited for because the Soul Maiden is quite a hype character for now at least, because there have been a lot of talks about her, and I would love to see her in action if she ever gets action. No, I didn't mean it that way. No, now get him 30 minds off that. No, I didn't mean that way. Okay, I mean that body is quite. Mm, I will not deny, but but yeah, this episode, if you guys were hoping that you would get any kind of important content in this episode, I'll say this episode didn't have anything important to it other than world building and character building. And if you like this whole situation of like, oh, let's build a world, let's build this character, let's build what like not let's focus this world not only on goblins but also on other creatures like bugs and rats, giant bugs. So yeah, I will really Like this, the series is like you would like this episode, I would say. But if you're just watching it for badass moments of Goblin Slayer, this episode isn't a badass moment of Goblin Slayer. He's just sitting there and he's like observing and he's like, yeah, my time has been wasted. Can I slay goblins already? That's literally what he would be thinking all the time. That's literally what I see him thinking all the time. Even when he was sitting in the chair, like that's all I was thinking. Like that's all I think Goblin Slayer thinks of. That's it. Anyways, let me know what you think about this episode of Goblin Slayer. Again, I already put my thoughts out here. So I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace.